Good morning. So day number 2, we are getting set up right now. We're getting the wingers set up for our goose hole. We've also got our duck hole over there, and we've got the upland set up. But right now we've got a couple of CGA members here rocking and rolling, getting the work put in, and we've got Barton down there at the 10 and everybody gathering for breakfast. So should be starting the workshop about 8, and we'll be out here hammering down with some dogs here in just a few minutes. So I think today's shaping up to be a good one, and we'll see how the dogs do.
Yeah, that makes sense. And then we'll find through them, but yeah, I can understand that.
So we're finishing our setup here. We're gonna do a couple of test fires on the wingers. You know, we wanna know exactly where they're landing. That way when everybody gets out here, you know, we don't have any hiccups. It's happened before. And it's terrible when your dog's on the line and the bird or the bumper doesn't land where you want it to. So we're gonna do a couple test fires and see if we can get that dialed in. All right, we're on our way to the duck hole now. Just got the goose hunt set up. We're gonna get everything positioned right, get the wingers in the right spot, and then we're gonna make sure we have the upland set up, and it's gonna be go time. I think that's gonna work the best. And we'll have another set of a couple. All right, everybody's out here. We're getting set up. We're about to do some obedience, and then we're gonna go straight into the hunting setups. From what I can see, it looks like everybody's getting settled in, and you know, the excitement's definitely in the air. You know, we're getting started this day off right with some good dog training, and we'll get after it and see how it goes.
However you want to run it, but you can get up in the blind, or you can stand down here, however you want to do it. So whatever level you think your dog's at, if you just want to stand right down here with your dog and hold him, you can do that. But we'll blow up maybe a duck call a few times, and then we'll throw him a mark, and he can just go out and pick it up and bring it back. We can let everybody have a mark before we get started, and you just let me know if you want a long mark or a short mark whenever you get ready to go. So.
All right, so we just got our first retrieve in the water, and we're gonna run everybody through on a single mark, then give everybody the opportunity to maybe work on a double or a blind if they want to. But the excitement's in the air, all the dogs are excited, and we're gonna get the edge off of all of them real quick, get that first mark out of the way, and see if we can get everybody settled in. Go! Deal. Dead. So we just left the duck hole. We're over at the goose hunt right now. Again, we're getting all these dogs, getting their first couple of retrieves out of the way, get that edge off. You know, there's a lot of dogs here, more than 30. I don't know what the number is exactly, but there's quite a few. So every dog is kind of, you know, on edge, and all the handlers too, and that's normal. You know, I get on edge myself, but we're getting all those jitters out, and we're just running everybody through. And then as the weekend goes on, we're gonna start hammering it out and start drilling in on the details and get everybody to where they want. But from what I've seen so far, I think everybody's handling it well, even if things don't go well, which is training, right? You know, we're not out here running perfect dogs. Everybody's out here training and learning. And from what I'm seeing, everybody's handling that well. They're taking instruction well, and they're working through it, and makes us pretty proud, but excited for what's going on so far. we're gonna check out a winger problem we got here and see if we can get that fixed here in a second when we reload them, and see if we can get this this station rolling some more. That right there, that's probably why. What number is that plugged into? We're rigging it up. You gotta do what you gotta do. Solid, everything as you expected.
Still working on, continuing to work on steadiness. I think that's our big thing. Continuing to work on steadiness for us. So
That's really tough with this many dogs and like the excitement level of all the dogs.
it's hard to simulate it, you know, when you run denials with bumpers.
Yeah.
You get a lot of this, you know, maybe a march every now and then, but
Yep.
and wanting to blow off the mow march and stuff when you got quacking and everything, it makes
Yeah.
it an element that you can't really practice. So we'll march in there for us. So,
Yeah,
but definitely locked in. So I like to see that.
that's good. So this, what's your dog's name here?
Oak,
Oak, and then we have
Sophie.
Sophie. Sophie did good too.
Sophie's the best marking dog.
She crushed it.
She can do triples easily, but struggle with picking up the bird.
Yeah.
So
How old is Sophie?
she'll be 4 in August.
Yeah. When you
So-
say struggle with picking up the bird, just
Snipper.
oh yeah, wants to kind of look at it a bit.
She'll pick that up in water, but that's kind of, she just doesn't really have a bumper with wings and stuff.
Yep.
No problem with. Once you get in bird, she's
Yep.
more of a sniffer. So, but
happens.
her marking is
Good.
is
Yeah, well,
top notch. So
she was solid. She's got a lot of fire too. She was getting after it there.
She's off switch is what we're working on with hers. But no, this is great. Thank you guys
Good.
for doing all this. So,
Good. Well, good boy, Oak, and glad things are going good for you, Kyle. Hop up there and do it again.
well, I was gonna say I'll let everybody go, and if there's time, we definitely will. Good. Nice. Sit.
Those things go off.
Good. Here. Heel. 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 Good. Sit.
Good handling right there, Brad.
Drop it.
Back!
Good. Good. Yep. 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 Sit. Good.
But I wanted to get away from all this suction. But
Good job.
drop. Good.
Crush that, man.
Good.
We just had 2 back-to-back blinds crushed.
All right, I'll take those up.
All right, thanks.
You want
let me take
the white ones,
Yep.
right?
Thank you.
Yep. Yep.
That was good. We just had Ben crush a blind. We just had Josh and Cora crush a blind. I mean, that's pretty exciting right there. That's just, in fact, that blind that you just saw there, or whatever part you called of it, that was that dog's very first blind retrieve here at the Member Weekend, which is really cool to see. I'd say Ben's done a really good job, and Josh as well. We worked through some things here and smashed that blind. That was good. How you feel about that?
We're settling in.
Yeah.
So it feels good to finally get a good solid retrieve done.
It takes a minute to get settled in. I mean, man, it's just a lot of excitement.
Definitely. And it just brings out all the puppy inside this dog.
She's a different dog this Member Weekend, though,
Definitely.
compared to when we've seen her in the past. Like, she knows what's up. Like, I can see it in her eyes. Like, she's kind of like, she's maturing a bit.
Definitely. And her honoring is flawless.
Hey, that's a tough one too. So
Yeah,
that's
'cause, like,
exciting.
I don't know if you remember last fall.
Yeah.
She was just crying, whining.
Yeah, it was trouble. It was troublesome. So she's doing a lot better now.
Definitely.
What
I
do
mean,
you-
it's a maturity thing.
Yeah, you think maturity and just time training her has helped you?
Definitely.
Well, good. I'm proud of Cora. I know everyone too that follows you there on YouTube is proud of Cora because they kind of get to see the whole journey, which is really.
I've actually been going back and watching some of the puppy videos where he introduced the place board. And,
Yeah,
it's kind of fun to be able to look back on that and see it all.
yeah. Well, I'm proud, man. I'm proud of you guys. I'm really happy to see what I just saw there. Good hold too. Everything was.
It was perfect.
That was a perfect retrieve.
Yeah. Hopefully we can do some more of that.
Yeah, we're gonna hop down on the water here in a second and see how that goes.
We will see. We will definitely see.
All right, so we just reloaded some wingers. We actually swapped our groups, so we sent one group down there to the water, and we're getting ready for the goose hunt here with the next group. But just the conversations we're hearing, everything that's happening, I'm starting to see handlers really start to come out of their shell a bit and learn a lot. Doesn't really get much better than that. So let's dive in, let's see what everybody's thinking, and well, we'll just keep getting after it. Whoa.
Good boy. Oh. Yeah. Good boy. Dead. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Ruby. Oh, man. That's good. Good girl. Oh. Good. Dead. Sit. Back. Good. That a girl. Good. Oh. Yep. Oh. Dead.
Now, the biggest thing that I found is just, being calm, being patient, slowing things down. That's what I've seen a lot of people doing. And when you slow things down like that, it allows you and your dog to connect, right? Because in a situation like this, there's a lot of pressure just that you put on yourself in general. I mean, everybody does it. And like with Violet and I down there, for whoever saw that first retrieve, we were not gelling. So she kind of did her thing, and I kind of separated a bit and just focused on getting completely locked in with her, getting her locked in with me. And then after we got that gelling right there, we were locked in, went a lot smoother. So when things go off the rails a bit, don't sweat it, just slow it down and kind of gel with your dog, get in tune with your dog, and essentially just ignore the outside world, just you and your dog. And when you can get that eye contact and your dog looks at you, it's gonna start to trust you as a leader, as a handler, and as a trainer.
It was really cool to see some improvement this morning in a couple ways. My man Biggie Smalls, I told the guys I shot that mark off the handheld and it went a lot further than I thought it was going to go for Big's retrieve, and I was like, dang. And he did it. He went all the way out there, and I know you had a couple recall issues, but he was getting better every time on the way back, which was really cool to see. There was some improvement year over year, or I guess from fall to spring, which is tough because most folks don't train as much in the wintertime anyway. So a lot of people show up to March and April events with dogs that have maybe picked up some birds in the field on live hunts, but haven't had a lot of structural training. So there's some good improvement over last year with a lot of dogs and with a lot of you guys. And I really I'm looking forward to seeing the rest of you in the walk-up, because we saw some pretty cool improvement even from the beginning of walking to the end with just about every dog that was trying to break or that was unsteady. We saw some cool improvement. So that was fun. This dog should be able to do that. And I said, man, there's really only one person here who cares what that dog should be able to do, and that's you. It's not the dog, it's not me. Train what the dog is actually showing you it's able to do. Sometimes you show up and you're like, oh, well, you should be able to do this. You should be better than that. You should be steadier than that. You should be taking better lines than that. Well, they're not showing you that today. And I don't mean lower your expectations. I just mean train the dog as it's presenting itself in front of you, right? Because your expectations can cause frustration.
All right, so we just wrapped up lunch. We had a great workshop with Barton. He shared a lot of great tips. Now we're getting back out. We're going after it again. We've kind of swapped groups around, so everybody's gonna get an opportunity to work at different spots. But we're gonna go dive in, dig in, and see what everyone's learning. So let's get after it. There you go, good.
Here. With
Oh, that's good. That was really good.
Hold.
Good job.
Oh. Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah. Good girl. Okay.
We're gonna launch one. And then when it hits the ground, we're gonna start walking that way, okay? When he's about to pick up the bumper, we're gonna stop and we're gonna start easing back. We're gonna handle
Walk with him or release him with his
when it hits the ground, release. You and me are gonna walk up, and as he's about to grab that bumper, we're going to start walking back. When he looks at us, we're not gonna say hear anything. We're just gonna hold out our hands,
Okay.
kind of invite him back in, and we're gonna see how he responds to that.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yep.
All right, here we go. Mark. Send him as soon as it hits the ground.
Okay.
All right, ease this way, ease this way. All right, stop, ease back. Don't say a word, don't say a word. Don't say a word, just let him be. All right, now we're gonna stop. We're gonna move forward again. So he's gonna look at us right here. All right, now walk back now. There you go. I'm gonna spin a bit. Good. All right, now stop. Now call him into your heel.
Heel. Yep. Oh, good hold. Dad.
Good job, Frank.
Good boy.
Good. So that's a case to where I know you were thinking I need to say here right now, but that is a case to where slowing down, and that's what I mean when I say get that connection. What I was doing is I was watching him through there, and I knew when he comes around that corner, he's gonna lock in with us, and when he does, boom, that's when we wanna be walking back. Because I noticed right there when you were saying excited and saying here, he kind of got excited and wanted to go there. So we want to throw him off kilter a bit, get their attention, and we just got a solid win. So when you run it again, we'll kind of take the same approach and see how he does. Good job.
Tuck. Back him.
That's good.
Good right there.
Penny.
Good call.
Good girl. Right. Nice. Place. Back.
Take it slow. Give her a second with those wingers that just went off. Give her a second. There you go. When you get her locked in.
Over.
Good job. The wind's in your favor. There you go. Good job.
Good girl. Here. Sit. Back here. Out.
Good.
Good.
Back. Back.
Right there. There you go.
Good. I got the question here. Here.
I got some feedback. Good, I like that. He took it quick, yes.
All right. So I was kind of going through my head through all these situations. My concern was, I thought when he was going to get where all these birds have been falling, I thought he was going to check. He pushed through that, okay.
Yep.
Started veering. He didn't sit as quick as I want to on that first whistle stop, on that very first one. He took the cast up the hill and then worked his way back down and ignored that second whistle, which that's a common theme with us. The second whistle almost, wasn't sure if I should blow it, but I did and he ignored it. Second one, he didn't even take that line, he just veered right here.
Yeah.
Kind of took a cast again. Luckily the wind, he went that way, and luckily the wind, you know, helped him out. So what am I doing here?
So the one thing that I think would have made a ginormous difference, would have got on the first time, is watch his body language as he's going out, you have to learn when he's gonna be a little unsure. And if he's gonna be a little unsure, go back.
Okay.
Let him know, keep going. Keep going. You can practice that on memories, you know, on the way on a memory. Go back. And what you're teaching him is that means keep taking a straight line, Because right there, if you would have said go back and that would have given him a little boost to keep going up the hill, you could have said it 1 or 2 more times, boom, he would have probably been on it. Or you heard me back there saying, go back. When he started going up that hill, what I was saying is, even though he's not in perfect line, send him on back, because he's gonna get downwind, he's gonna smell it, and then boom, go straight in. That's the biggest thing. It's not even the whistles of not locking in, it's just communicate. You don't have to communicate only when you blow that whistle. You can communicate when he's on his way out. No, go back, we'll go back, we'll go back. And then when he's close, good, right there. That's how I communicate. So go back means, hey, you gotta go. Go back, you gotta go. Go back, you gotta go. Good. Are you getting close? Good means you're getting close. Right there means you're right on it. Or means you're in the area. Right there means you're right on it. I'm communicating to him like that. He's gonna be listening to you as he's on his way out. Because he was searching a bit, and when you're saying go back, he's in his mind, he's gonna instantly say, okay, it's not there. Let me look a little bit further. Go back, and he's gonna look a little bit further. And then, as you keep training him, you can use less go backs and space it out to where go back means go another 50 yards.
All right.
Go back.
I need to be incorporating that into like memories.
And memories and stuff like this too.
All right.
That'll be a game changer.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, that's my feedback. All right, so things are going fantastic. We had some incredible dog work. I feel like the handlers learned a lot of lessons right there. Good stuff. Now we're going over to the upland field. We've been trying to get over there all day, but it's been so good here, we couldn't hardly leave, but it's time to get over there now. From what we've been hearing, the upland hunt is absolutely fantastic. So let's go check it out.
So they're gonna call out dogs.
Good job. Bird up. I'm gonna go straight out in front, Brad. Boom, crushed it. I'll come down there, around here, meet him, grab him. Good job right here. Yeah, I'm good with that, but I want to tell you, I thought that was really good because he went over that hill and you just kind of let him be, and then you hammered down from there and brought him back, so good retrieve.
Appreciate it.
Well, that was the walk up. Fantastic, dogs did great. We worked through a couple of things. We also had some incredible dog work. So we're packing up now. We're gonna go down there and go to a workshop and then have some dinner. We've got our vet coming out to show us some things on how to take care of our dogs, how to examine them in the field, a field examination. So it's gonna be pretty awesome. And I gotta say, I'm proud of all the members so far. Just incredible work. You know, it takes a lot to come out here and put yourself out like that, right? You're putting your dog in front of everybody. You don't know exactly how they're gonna do. When you've got this much excitement in the air, you just never know. But stepping out and putting yourself out like that is a great way to grow as a handler. And I would say I think everyone's growing a lot. So let's go back. Let's go to that workshop.
I was like, just walking, his dog came.
That's awesome.
That was by far the highlight, just because you could hear in his voice, right?
Yeah.
Like the good boy and like
proud
how
of
genuine
Pete.
it was. So
I bet he was fired up. I can't wait to go
I like
see him. We had some really big wins with Tom and Frank as well. Huge wins.
Good.
So we had some wins here with Cora. Should we start wrapping that up real quick? So good stuff.
good. Sadie did good. I shot one in a tree and she picked it up still.
That is awesome. That was fun stuff right there. How did water go?
It went all right.
Okay.
It's such a small hole, he cheated it.
Yeah, it's a tough spot.
On the long one, he cheated it on the way out, and
Yeah.
then on the short one, he cheated it on the way in.
But he came back and was excited
yeah,
about it?
He loves the water,
Good.
but I wasn't confident I could stop him on a whistle, so I didn't worry about the cheating. I just let him.
That's good.
Just let him roll, because it's such a small hole anyway. I really wouldn't have cared anyway. But,
Yeah, I think a lot of people make that mistake on, here, like with this excitement, you should get them some wins first.
Yeah.
Then you can worry about that at a later time. What's been one of the biggest things y'all gotten out of it so far?
And there's just so many nuggets of your input, Barton's input, everybody's input. That's been huge. And then just an environment that you can't replicate at your house,
Yeah.
even with a small group. I mean, like the upland, that was so.
Did you enjoy
good.
that?
There's just so many good reps.
That was fun. I enjoyed that when we went
So
down
many
there.
good
so much
reps,
fun.
and I mean, so
And just getting him around other dogs, and
Yeah.
we don't have a lot of dogs that we train with back home, so
Yeah.
it's been great to just see him interacting with other dogs, and that's
because
been all
I
the
think you can
honoring.
never get enough
Yeah.
honoring ever.
And that's what I
So-
love about the upland was it was so
Yeah.
much honoring. You're honoring 4 times, versus your one time you get to go. And
Right,
so,
and there's movement too, which is
Yeah.
nice because it allows you to keep focusing on that dog and your dog to focus
Yeah.
on you.
and keeping him steady. It's just
It's
We'll do some more of that too tomorrow.
Yeah.
Upland, everything will be available. So,
so
well, good.
just the overall. I mean, we've already said like we'll come again. Like,
we'll be back.
Yeah,
It's 10.5 hours, but we'll come again.
that's a drive.
Yeah.
I feel like, man, y'all have really done a good job. I was happy to see the speed on that dog, which is hard when you have a fast dog like that. You said this was y'all's first dog?
This is our first retriever, yeah.
First retriever? Wow,
Yeah.
okay, first retriever. So fast dog like that is a little hard to handle, but
Yeah.
y'all are handling it well. I mean, you're being calm, quiet, and that's how you have to be with
A lot of
a
times
fast
counting, so.
one. That's cool. Beautiful dog, beautiful. Well, I'm excited. Anything surprise you? That in a good way or a bad way, or?
I've actually been surprised how calm he is.
Yeah.
I was really worried because he is an excitable dog.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying he's been perfect, but it's been pleasing. So
It's been good.
he checked up in the cover on the upland a couple times,
Yeah.
which I was worried about because I knew that would be a problem. But
that's pretty thick cover.
he
though.
hunted it up and still got it back. And then on the last one across the ravine, he crushed it. So we got
Wow.
to end on a really even Barton's like, I was worried about that one. He did it, but he did good. So it's been good.
Well, thank y'all for
And
coming.
all of our fetch, hold, and release has been
Yeah.
working off because we've actually he's been doing pretty good this time.
Okay, so you said you were having a big trouble with him kind of mouthing on the way back. And
Not
just
getting a good hold
not
or
getting a good
dropping
hold.
and stuff. So this last couple days, he's actually been doing better. The only major problem we've had is coming out of the water. He wants to shake.
Yeah.
And he won't hold it through a shake.
Yeah. Does he pick it back up right after?
He'll pick it back
Okay.
up most of the time, or if not, I will tell him fetch, and if he won't, I physically put it in his
Okay,
mouth.
great.
So we've been doing a couple things. Either we've been distancing,
Yeah.
because you can see he comes
wants to
back
get
pretty
you.
good.
Yeah.
So we've been doing that, and then we've even like taken the place board and put it like right in the edge of the water to try
Yeah.
to get him to that. So we're working on that, but we're seeing progress.
Yeah,
So.
y'all have done good. And glad y'all have worked through all that. And can't wait to see how things continue to go.
Yeah.
And we've got a fun workshop here in just a bit, so that'll be fun.
We're excited.
How those winds you had down there at the water?
There were a couple winds at the water station, and then snuffed out a little bit in the upland station.
That upland station is wild.
Yeah, so I didn't run him on the line.
Yeah.
Barton, Place. Barton wanted to test the younger dogs with
Yeah.
the pickup of it. And
took a great line, picked it up, and kept going.
Yeah, I understand.
So, yeah, I'm brainstorming recall drills.
Yeah, recall, and those short retrieves like we were doing. It's a game changer.
Yeah, I'm thinking about hanging up retrieves for a little while.
It wouldn't hurt.
Yeah,
at all.
Just recall.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe place board to place board.
And also going on a walk and just telling them to, like, do you have any place where you're at, like, that you could walk down like a road like this where there's like a lot of space where you can say go play?
Somewhat, yeah. So I have
like
a nice, so since I'm in the city,
yeah, that's right.
Different options.
Yeah.
There's a relatively well fenced in schoolyard that
That's
after
perfect.
school hours I can close the gate so he can't get out.
Yeah.
I mean, roads are the biggest issue, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then there's a grassed in clear alley down the block for me.
Yeah.
That I could block off one end of it.
Yeah.
Or just put the check cord on him. I mean, big question is kind of check cord correction, right?
Yeah.
Is it no, give him a big pull?
I think with him, with where we're at, it's less about the correction and just call him when he's coming.
Okay.
When you know he's gonna come. But one thing you could do, like every couple times a month on the weekend or whatever, get out of the city, go to a place that's like country-like, where you can just like say, go play and go on a walk. In fact, we'll do it maybe tomorrow sometime. I'll go out there and show you what I'm talking about. But we'll go, have him heal a bit, then let him off, say, okay, go play. Let him walk around, let him play, and just watch him. And then whenever you think he's thinking about checking back in with you, maybe call him back and have him come to you. But you can do the same thing in that schoolyard you're talking about. Go play here. And then that's the biggest thing, I think, recall is y'all working on that connection. And when you get him to where you're not worried about him, it's going to be lights out. It'll be a total difference. Because I know, like, you in the back of your mind, just the way you're handling it, right? There's that, and I'm that way too with my dogs that aren't at that stage yet that may mess up. You're concerned that he's not going to do exactly what you want.
Yeah.
And so don't rely on the lead so much, rely more on building that connection. That's what I mean by that. So, like, if you say go play, let him play, and then try not to use that lead as a correction.
Right.
Try to get to where you can get him to come back to you without it. I mean, you can leave it on just in case you need it, like for some reason or another, safety or whatever, but have him come back to you. Is that?
Yeah, it makes sense. And I noticed after you mentioned it to me in the first station, I was really tight.
Yeah.
And choked
You
up
loosened
on
up
it.
a bit?
Yeah. And I mean, I'm not usually like that with him.
Yeah.
I mean, especially when we do go on walks, my girlfriend and I mean, he'll drop in between us and walk at heel just perfectly with plenty of slack.
Well, there's a lot of it.
You know?
Pressure, excitement here.
Yeah, exactly. So both of us are feeling it. But.
He's just chilling under there. What do you think's the biggest thing you've got out so far?
Getting feedback and developing confidence as a handler.
You feel like you've gained a good bit of confidence?
A little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, of getting over the hump of being too afraid to screw up.
Yeah.
As just, I mean, that's a debilitating freeze of just like, it's kind of like when a dog gets overcorrected, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't want to mess up, so it just sits there. And if I don't move, I can't screw up. And I think this weekend it's been, well, if I don't volunteer, I can't screw up. My dog can't screw up.
That's right.
And then it was like, you know what? No, I'm here to develop. So let's try running my dog at this station.
Yeah.
If he screws up, that's fine. I'm getting feedback. You know, and
it takes
each time
courage
I've
to
gotten
step up and do it.
Yeah.
And it's part of it. But once you kind of get that off your back enough times and then you kind of get more relaxed, I think I was noticing that things were going pretty good for y'all.
Yeah.
But I'm glad the water went good. So I'm glad to hear that. You feel like moving forward, you feel like that confidence to like, it's okay if my dog messes up.
Yeah, definitely.
That'll make you a better handler because then you're not worried about it. Then you're worried less about, okay, is my dog messing up? And then your focus, this is when the things change. Your focus becomes not if my dog messes up, your focus becomes, okay, how can I respond if they mess up? And if they do, it's not about that they didn't do it perfect. It's about me and my dog connecting.
Yeah.
And kind of getting that. That's what I'm saying, gelling. When you two gel, man, it's going to be lights out.
I can't wait. Yeah, and I mean, another good thing I took away is I got the feedback from Barton and several others of walking away is what works for your dog in a recall.
Yep.
And I mean, I tried it at home, but I was also like walking away a little bit, then going back to him.
Yes.
Then walking away, then trying to stop. But just the turn and walk actually worked. and I got a lot of feedback. They were like, that's it. That's what you want to do. He wants to be with you 100%.
Yeah.
And that was also kind of reassuring because for a while there with his denying of the recall, it was like, man, my dog hates me. He doesn't want to be around me. And then to hear everybody be like, he wants 100% to be with you.
Yeah, it's
like,
a game to it.
All right, cool. Then it does like me. So it's
that's awesome.
Totally, yeah. So
cool, man. Well, I'm excited. Richter, I'm excited. Beautiful dog.
Having fun.
Good, man. Well, if you need anything, just holler at me.
For sure.
We'll work tomorrow some more, so I'm sure it'll go even better tomorrow.
Yeah.
And we got the vet workshop here in a bit, which is gonna be great. We got some good food coming up, so
Can't wait.
it's gonna be good. Enjoy it, man.
Awesome. Thanks.
Thank you. All right, so we are wrapping up the evening. We just had some fantastic fried catfish out here. What a day, what a day. So many great things have happened, so many great opportunities for people to learn. And we're gonna get back out here tomorrow morning and get after it. So we'll see what happens, but I would say, I think everybody's settled in their groove, and I saw a lot of people making massive strides. And what's even cooler is the members from previous member weekends have constantly advanced. So they're even better this weekend, and I'm sure the next member weekend they'll be even better as well. But it's been a fantastic weekend so far, and wrapping it up, and we will get back out here in the morning.